Minutes for the Poundcake Sports Break. Microphone in his booth has not been working, so we'll slide him in here so he can regale you with tales of ribaldry all throughout the wide, wide world of sports. Hey, Duke, what's going on?
Hi, Alan.
Hey.
Hi, Mary. Hi, William.
Hello.
Yo.
Yeah, yo. I didn't know Poundcake was an athletic supporter. Anyway, Alan, you must know this. What's Irish and sits outside all year?
I don't know. What's Irish and sits outside all year? I don't know.
Patio furniture.
Oh, God. Is Duke going to be on? Is Duke good looking enough? I've met Duke. He's a good looking guy. Is he going to be? Is he good looking enough to be on the Bill Squire St. Patty's Day bar crawl tomorrow morning?
Again, it's not just for good looking people. I said my friends.
I see.
I invited my good looking friends and not my ugly friends.
Duke, will you be celebrating St. Patrick's Day in your own inimitable fashion?
I'll tell you a funny thing happened. I was in Dublin a number of years ago for St. Patty's Day. And I'm sitting next to these two guys at this bar. And the one guy says, where are you from? And the other guy says, oh, I'm from Dublin. He says, oh, I'm from Dublin, too. He says, where'd you grow up? He says, oh, St. Mary's Parish. He goes, oh, I'm from St. Mary's Parish, too. He said, where did you go to school? He said, oh, I went to St. Elizabeth's. Well, so did I. I went to St. Elizabeth's. He said, when did you graduate? He said, I got out in 1970. No kidding. He says, I was in the class of 70 also. And I asked the bartender, I said, what's going on? He says, oh, it's the Gallagher twins. They're drunk again.
Oh, boy. Thank you, Duke. I was in Dublin 10 years ago today. It was the first year that we did the show at the Jameson Distillery.
Nice.
Came up in my Facebook memories.
Now I have a question.
And then we went the next year, too.
This might be a stupid question. Is it...
There are no stupid questions around here,
And you
Mary.
guys told me to stop
Just
practicing it.
stupid answers.
Just ask your dumb questions.
My dumb question is God, I don't even want to say. Is St. Patrick's Day celebrated in Ireland the same way it's celebrated here?
Yes.
Drunk in the streets, parades. Is it? I feel like St. Patrick's Day in America is amateur hour. When people
Everybody
who don't
says
normally
that,
drink,
but
go
we
out
were
and
over
get
there
wasted.
for St. Pat's, and everybody's getting... Now, the difference is, in Ireland... When the police go, all right, break it up, as soon as there's like a fight, everybody goes away. Everybody disperses. Mm-hmm. Right? Here,
Right.
punching cops and stuff.
Gets worse.
That part, a gun comes out, that part doesn't happen over there.
Now, when you say it's amateur hour, does that just mean these are people... Because it's not like you held back on St. Patrick's Day.
It's amateur hour in the sense that people are coming out and getting drunk who only come out and get drunk a couple times a year. They're the people who don't know how to act. They're coming out and they're getting wasted.
You had to quit drinking because you didn't know how to act.
I had a problem. That's a difference. But I'm saying it's like not your typical Thursday drinkers. It's not people who are going to come out and have a few beers like they would normally have on a lunch.
Weekend warriors are who you're describing.
I think these are people that will definitely go out and drink regularly, but then on St. Patrick's Day, they just take it to another level because... That's what people do. Because also day drinking hits people differently.
But I had always heard that, too. Before we went over there, I would have people all snippy. They're like, oh, St. Patrick's Day in Ireland.
It's
they
not
don't
even
really.
a big deal.
And
Yeah,
I was like, I come back, I go, I don't know what you guys were talking about. It's huge there.
Right.
Yeah. So, it was a lot of fun.
That wasn't him talking.
Are you ready to do the Poundcake Sports Break? All right. Mary's going to slide over. Poundcake's going to come in and...
Ooh, there's extra pressure because he's in the room now.
He's in the room.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did he get lost?
He might have. I don't know.
He went out his door, and then I didn't see our door open.
I was bringing my headphones, but she already had hers
we
plugged
thought
in,
you got lost.
so there was no point.
All right.
Sorry, my big-ass head.
Go ahead.
Do you want to sit? Do you want to stand?
What's better for the camera?
I can adjust the camera. I just need to know what you're going to do.
However you want to be more comfortable. All right.
Still gotta suck in my gut.
Are you ready?
Do you want a blanket?
No.
Yeah, it's more comfortable that way.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
In the headlines today, it's a cold world out there, y'all. NFL's Gus Edwards was robbed at gunpoint outside an LA strip club. Edwards said it's all started to get ratchet in there, I'm paraphrasing, and then he and his friend left. When they got to their car, 5 masked men approached them with guns and demanded their jewelry and money. The men got away with about $300,000 worth of merchandise, and you guys were less than smart for wearing that much jewelry and bringing that much cash to a strip club. Instead of making it rain, you should have made a run for it, and now they got you up out your chain. Also, since we're talking about valuables, Tom Brady's not-so-final touchdown ball was originally worth $500,000. Now it's just worth a measly $50,000. This estimate comes just days after Tom Brady's announcement of returning to the NFL after a brief retirement. If I was the guy that bought Tom's ball, I'd sue. That's just like buying a new Lamborghini off the lot, then getting sideswiped by a semi on your way home. Unacceptable. Lastly, Johnny Manziel wanted to go the Tom Brady route as well and return to football. This time, he just wanted the controlled football league. I'm not sure what he's been doing this entire time, but it seems like a whole lot of nothing, and apparently he wants to get back in the game. Do fans control everything? Number 69, touch number 47's butt. As long as he stays sober and stays off the road, I'm fine with it. A man's gotta work. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this Poundcake Sports Break.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
Did you say they got you up out of your chain?
Yeah, they got you up out your chain.
I'm going to start using that.
You never heard that?
Well, no, I'm not down with every little bit of slang, but when I hear it, it makes me laugh. They got you up out of your chain means they stole it from you.
Yes, that was a saying from in college when people, Akron is known for getting, that's why they call it Crackrin. Akron is known for getting students robbed all the time.
Yeah, petty thefts and stuff.
And they walk home, and I remember one time, it was a house party, and a guy came in, he was just like rubbing his face, and he was just all bare. He had a watch, he walks around with a chain, and the guy comes out the house, he's like, bro, what happened? He's like, no, man, they jumped me. He's like, oh, they got you up out your chain. And ever since then,
I love it.
They got you up out your chain.
And you can add anything. They got you up out your watch or whatever.
They got you up out your chain. Homie rubbing his face.
See, he loved it.
All right.
Get you up out your
Poundcake.
headphones.
Yeah, get you up out your headphones. I forgot about that fan-controlled football.
Yeah, that's going to be weird.
Like the show, like the movie The Gamer.
I
It's
don't
like
quite
on
understand it.
Twitch or something. And
They pick what plays you throw and stuff.
On Twitch and something called Venn. VENN.
Like the diagram?
Yes, like the diagram. Uh-huh. The first fan-controlled professional sports franchise, the Salt Lake Screaming Eagles.
Oh, come on.
And the Colorado Crush. Okay. Created by something else. Okay, well, anyway.
all right. Growing up Mormon, there's not a lot of screaming in Utah.
Are there eagles?
If it was the Utah or Salt Lake City passive-aggressive Eagles,
Right.
that would make sense.
The screaming at you because they're upset that he did something you didn't like. Fan-controlled football. Okay. Yeah, I have not kept up on this. So Manziel is a name that gets thrown around with that?
They just need warm bodies.
Wow. Okay. They began construction on their arena in an unspecified location in Atlanta this past January, making them the first non-NFL American Football League in history to construct their own stadium.
I'm sure it'll be worth it, too.
They've got a broadcast deal with NBC Universal. So if you're looking for fan-controlled football, you're going to find it on Peacock.
Hey.
The home of whatever. Right? I keep trying to watch shows on Peacock. They do a handful of original shows, and I haven't found one that I like. We started watching a show called Shining Vale. Does anyone have Stars?
No.
Courtney Cox and Greg Kinnear have a new show called Shining Vale, and I can't decide if it's trying to be funny or trying to be scary or trying to be both. But
She looks weird.
boy, she looks weird, and I'll tell you who else, super bummer, did something, is Sandra Bullock.
Oh, she did?
Sandra Bullock finally went and did something to herself. Yeah. She's gorgeous, and I just saw her on something because she's promoting a new movie with Channing Tatum. And she's clearly had something done. She had a lift or something. But,
that looks like a movie Mary will love.
The Lost City of D or Z
Oh, yeah,
or something.
I saw that. I've seen commercials for it.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to bring back like a big studio comedy, like a Romancing the Stone type thing.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't look like this.
I saw her on Colbert. That's how she looked. But I saw her on...
Maybe her eyes look a little weird.
I saw her on Colbert last night,
like it's
and
just
she
weird
looked
makeup.
like she's had some work done.
Like she got her nose done, maybe?
No, like eyes or mouth or lips or something. I don't know.
She just looks fuller in the face. Like her cheeks, and maybe she just got fatter.
I don't know about that. I don't know. All I know is, to me, she looked noticeably different. So maybe it was a makeup thing. I don't know. Hey, TJ.
Hey, Alan. Hey, sorry to go back on the shows, but on Monday I was catching up. You guys were talking about passing out. And I wanted to see if Mary remembered a story from about 3 or 4 years ago. She was doing a show at All Saints Club, or All Saints House in Gordon Square. And there was a young gentleman, that was me, who maybe took too many magic mushrooms prior to the show and drank a lot of water and fainted, which I'm prone to doing, unfortunately. I proceeded to wet myself, maybe the whole entire floor.
I like how TJ says, maybe I took too many magic mushrooms. It sounds like you took too many magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
And please don't call them magic mushrooms.
Fainting.
I do remember this,
topic.
yes.
You do? Well,
Yes.
I wanted to thank you for taking such good care of me because it was bad. I think I peed the entire floor.
You did.
But you helped me out.
We
And
got you
I'll
out of
never
there.
forget how kind you were.
Were you on stage at the time?
I was not on
No.
stage. The headliner had only been on stage a little while, and we were trying to... Because I remember I asked your girlfriend, I'm not sure if you guys are still together, your girlfriend at the time, I was like, do we need to call 911? Because he was, like, unresponsive. And
He fell out of his chair.
He didn't fall out of his chair, but he was slumped, and then we noticed there was pee everywhere. So I just thought you were super drunk. I didn't know you were on mushrooms. But you were unresponsive. And I was like, is this guy like, what's going on right now? Do we need to call 911? And your girlfriend was like, no. This happens all the time. He's prone to fainting.
He always faints and pisses himself,
Right,
all
well,
right?
He's like one of those
Dude,
goats.
that's basically what she said.
It's why I love him.
She basically said that. They're like, no, this is a thing. We kind of gamble when we go out if he's going to pee and faint himself.
You got a good girl there. Are you still with this girl?
I am, somehow.
Wow, I was going to say, she's able to look past a lot.
Yeah, so we kind of got him outside and together, and they got him in an Uber and got him home. But
Wait, was this because of the shrooms or because you have a condition that makes you do that other stuff?
I faint all the time just for, anything that makes someone normal lightheaded, I'll faint. But this time, I had taken shrooms plenty of times, but I thought the dust at the bottom of the bag would be less potent. Turns out, opposite's true.
Yeah.
Hey,
See, all
TJ,
of
stand
it.
up real fast.
It's concentrated. It's like Cheeto dust.
yeah.
So do you have like a blood disorder or like anemia or what?
Low iron plus hypoglycemia. So,
yeah.
anytime I stand up too quick and you might just get lightheaded and shake it off, I'm going down.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a scary situation. And
Why did it take you 3 years to give the attaboy for Mary?
I didn't want to say
That's
anything.
a good point. I mean, I've been waiting for a good moment. You guys were talking about passing out, and I figured I got to call her and thank her for how kind she was. So thank you, Mary.
Well, that is very nice. So you were
Yeah.
the point person on this then, Mary?
Me and his girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say this, I was really aggravated because the headliner at the time was like not concerned at all. They were like, of course this would happen during my set.
Who was the headliner?
I don't even remember, but I remember.
Oh, not a local person.
I think it might have been. I would have to go
okay.
back and check because I remember I was running this show monthly, and they were like pissy that like, ugh, of course someone would pass out and pee on themselves during my set. I'm like,
Brian
bro.
Kenny.
No, I was like, bro, this guy is like unresponsive. Like this was at the point when we didn't know if we needed to call an ambulance or not.
Yeah.
Like if this could have been a very big deal. And he was like bothered by the fact that like, how dare you have a medical problem?
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't remember who it was.
Because you just pause the show. I mean, hey,
right.
well, let's figure this out, and then we'll.
Yeah, but
you
it's
know.
hard to get the show going again after somebody
Well, no, it is. I
pisses
think,
Pieces
everywhere.
everywhere.
I think you should
Right.
call it a night.
Yeah.
I mean,
The old pee heckle really changes
I'll
everybody's...
do it for you.
But you're okay. So TJ is pleased your assistance.
Yeah, you want to make people pee
you're
their
welcome.
pants laughing, not pass out and pee their pants.
All right. When was the last time you passed out and peed yourself, TJ?
I haven't peed myself. Well, I'll take that back. On 4th of July, I had some drinks and then smoked a whole cigar, which was a bad idea. And
well, that's almost a whole year. That's a pretty good run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. I'm working on it.
But you're not. But they don't have. I mean, you know what condition your condition is in. I guess. Are you on medication?
Have you considered not ingesting things like
mushrooms
and cigars?
Well, he said he'd done them a bunch of times before with no issues. So.
I've considered it, but I decided not to.
All right, that's all I needed. I just needed to know that you considered it.
And so, are you on like some kind of medication?
No, I probably, I don't know. I'm not. I should probably. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how
to live. Man, TJ's out there ripping it up. Yeah. Okay. Well, take care of that girl. Thanks, TJ.
Thanks.
All right. There's TJ, who Mary Santora saved from an uncertain demise.
I was just very nervous.
I will say, because I consider myself a careful and measured person, and some people might see that as a flaw, it's just how I am. Mm-hmm. I gotta hand it to people who have all kind of conditions that by all accounts, they go, hey, there's a bunch of things I can't do. Yeah. I just can't do them, right?
I've got stand up too fast.
They go, I don't care. I'm doing shrooms. I'm smoking cigars.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they're like, hey, why am I on the floor?
Right. No, they know why. Like, he knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like TJ. TJ's not that like out of his head about it. But I love people that have like a condition or two, and they go, yep.
Throw caution to the wind, baby.
I'm going to live like everybody else.
Yeah.
Because there's a part of that where I go, man, I mean, good for you. If you cack out, I guess you cack out.
Yeah.
You die doing what you loved.
I mean, you hope you die doing what you love. You could just be,
slumped over your desk.
Grocery store.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're gone.
See, that's what happens when you come to a Mary Santora comedy show. One of my productions, I'll get you in an Uber when you pee yourself. Don't you fret.
Boy, seriously. It's like a selling point, too. That should be like part of your... That should be part of your intro when they bring you on stage out of town.
Yeah.
Anybody here with a full bladder?
Yeah. A condition? Anybody gonna faint?
2 drink minimum.
She knows what she's doing.
She knows what's up. Okay, so Tom Brady, very quickly, and then I'll go to break. A television station in Jacksonville. We've got bureau chiefs down in Jacksonville. WJXT is the local, I think, NBC affiliate. And this older anchor and his much younger co-anchor are chopping it up about Tom Brady. And this girl is clearly teeing him up for some things, and he's not having it. Because this guy doesn't want to say something. That's what these older guys do now. They go, I don't want to say anything.
If your body can do it, why not? I can barely get out of bed most days.
For a Super Bowl ring?
No, just to make it to work half the time. My back hurts, my hamstring hurts. I know I got a long way to go. Versus eyes. I wish you could see like them close up on me right now.
No comment. I know better.
All right.
I've got a big enough file cabinet in HR.
I have a big enough file cabinet at HR. He says, I know when to shut up. He's giving her nothing. Oh, Bruce, what do you think? He's just nodding at her, smiling. Yep, I already have a big enough cabinet in HR. Imagine you had your whole cabinet. This is the Bruce file. This goes all the way back to 1982.
Got another Bruce in today.
Yeah, Bruce Hamilton down there at WXJXT in Jacksonville, not taking the bait for his co-anchor's comments on Tom Brady. My hamstrings hurt.
Oh, I'm so tight.
Yep. Here's weather.
Yeah, we got another Bruce in today. She said, I have a hard time getting out of bed. And he said, I'll give you a hard time in bed. And yeah. So
you'll never get out of bed if you're at Casa Bruce. Mm-hmm. If you want to text for something, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. I got to take a break. I'll be back after these.